Millions of investors around the world look up to Warren Buffett as an example of how to make money in the stock market. Since he was only 11 years old when he bought his first stock, he has a long and impressive history of investing. His story has been told in hundreds of speeches around the world, and every investor, new or experienced, is asked to follow in his footsteps. But who is this Warren Buffett? In this video, we'll look at the life of the man known as the Oracle of Omaha. We'll focus on the investments and choices he made that helped him become one of the world's richest and most respected businessmen. Warren Edward Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska, in 1930 to Howard and Layla Buffett. As a child, Warren was very interested in money and business. He was said to be a math genius who could add large columns of numbers in his head, a skill that would help him in the long run. He supposedly told a friend that he would jump off the tallest building in Omaha if he wasn't a millionaire by the time he was 30. If you're glad he didn't do it, click like, and if you wish he had, click dislike. So, when Warren was 11, he bought 3 shares of Cities Service Preferred for $38 each. This was his first investment. Soon, the stock went up to $40, so he sold it and made a small profit. However, when the stock went up to $200 a share, he would regret selling it. He later said that this was one of the first times he learned to be patient when investing. Warren started working as a paperboy when he was 13 years old. He would get up at 4:30 a.m. to deliver copies of the Washington Post. On the side, he sold magazine subscriptions and calendars to people who got the paper. By 15, Warren had made $2,000 delivering rapers. In money from today, this is about $26,000. He put $1,200 of it into a 40-acre farm where he and a farmer from Nebraska agreed to split the profits. Buffett was 17 when he was a sophomore in high school. He and a friend bought a used pinball machine for $25 and put it in a barber shop. Within a few months, they had a number of machines in barber shops all over Omaha, which made them about $25 a week. In the end, the business was sold to a war veteran for $1,200. Warren got his Bachelor of Science from the University of Nebraska and quickly sent in an application to Harvard Business School. Warren didn't get in, but that didn't stop him in the least. When he found out that Benjamin Graham taught at Columbia Business School, he went there instead. In 1951, he earned a Master of Science in Economics. In 1952, Warren moved back to Omaha and got a job as a stockbroker. He also took a Dale Carnegie course on how to speak in public. Using what he had learned, he started teaching at night at the University of Nebraska. In 1954, he moved his family to New York and went to work for Benjamin Graham, who had been his mentor. So far, we can see that Warren wasn't afraid to try different jobs to reach his long-term goal of going to business school. He was brave enough to try out different business ideas so he could make money and then invest it wisely in the future. In 1954, Warren took a job at Benjamin Graham's partnership, the company of his mentor and college professor. His starting salary was $12,000 a year, about $109,000 in today's money. But in 1956, Benjamin Graham retired and closed this partnership. At this point, Warren had saved more than $174,000, which would be about $1.5 million in today's money. Warren moved around a lot over the years, but in the end, he decided to settle down in Omaha, where he grew up, in a house that cost him $31,500. Most millionaires live in houses that cost millions of dollars, but Warren, who likes to save money, found it hard to accept that price. Warren worked as a salesman for investments and an analyst of the stock market for most of his life. In 1956, he and his close friends and family started the Buffett Partnership. The partnership had its own rules. At first, Warren asked one of his partners, a doctor, to find 10 other doctors who would each invest $10,000 in the partnership. In the end, 11 doctors agreed, And even though Warren only put $100 of his own money into the partnership at first, he would reinvest management fees and grow his stake in the partnership. By 1960, Buffett had started a total of 7 partnerships and had a 9.5% stake in partnership assets worth more than $1 million. By 1962, Warren Buffett was a millionaire thanks to his partnerships, which were worth more than $7 million, of which he owned $1 million. Soon, he combined all of these partnerships into a single business. In 1962, Warren Buffett bought Berkshire Hathaway, which is now a very well-known company. He called it his worst purchase ever. The New England textile company, which was started in the 1830s, had seen better days, but Warren Buffett saw a chance to make money. He thought that the company's problems were caused by bad management. So, after getting into a fight with the company's leaders, he started to buy a lot of shares because he thought the company needed new leaders. The business still lost money, though. The old textile giant did not have a good time. In 1966, it was clear that the old New England textile company's golden days were over. So Warren made a big change to the way the company did business that helped it grow into the giant it is today. Buffett slowly changed Berkshire's focus away from textiles and toward being a holding company for investments in other businesses. In 1967, Berkshire still had enough money to buy 2 insurance companies. These were the first of many insurance companies he would buy in the future. This was the turning point in the amazing success story of Berkshire Hathaway. Warren used the big cash flow from the insurance companies to pay for more purchases. Today, Berkshire Hathaway is in charge of more than 1,000 companies, and its total assets are worth more than $700 billion. When Berkshire began selling Class A shares in 1990, Warren Buffett became a billionaire. Warren is known for the money he has given to charity. Warren gave 185 million shares of Berkshire Hathaway, which at the time were worth $28.3 billion, to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This was one of his biggest donations. Warren is worth more than $85 billion right now. Even though he looks more like a grandfather than a business tycoon, he is considered a genius because he is the smartest person in the world. It's hard not to like him because he is straightforward, honest, and simple. His wit and charm have won over people all over the world. Even though it's easy to think of him as a figure from a myth, Warren Buffett is just a person who found early on what he liked and stuck with it for the rest of his life. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please share it with your friends and family. It really helps the channel. Leave your thoughts about this video and who we should do next in the comments section. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.